Welcome back. You're watching News Tonight. Now, a group of eminent global leaders have criticized the Sri Lankan government, saying that the marginalization of ethnic minority Tamils was not being addressed. The elders, a group of eminent world leaders, including former UN Chief Kofi Annan, former US President Jimmy Carter, and South African Archbishop Desmond Tutu, brought together by Nelson Mandela, also asked the international community, especially India, China, Japan, and the United States, to insist Colombo make a public commitment to uphold the human rights of Sri Lankan Tamils. In fact, the former UN chief said, and I quote him here, "There's been a deafening global silence in response to Sri Lanka's actions, especially from its most influential friends. The international community cannot be selective in its approach to upholding the rule of law and respect for human rights. Impunity anywhere is a threat to international peace and security." They also expressed major concern over the government's failure to withdraw wartime emergency laws more than a year after the end of the conflict with the LTTE, insisting that the Sri Lankan government cooperate with UN Secretary General's panel of experts on accountability. As just a few weeks back, Sri Lankan Minister Vimal Weerawansa had protested outside the UN office in Colombo, forcing the UN outpost to shut down. Well, people in India used to fly abroad for medical treatment because the country lacked facilities, but that attitude has changed so much today. In fact, so much so that recently an American businessman became the first US national to have a heart transplant in India, and that too in Chennai. Pratiksha Ramakumar gets us this report.
65-year-old Ronald Lima is not only the first US citizen, but also the oldest to undergo a heart transplant in India. Lima suffered a heart attack in January last year. Doctors in the US said he hardly had a year to live, but a private hospital in Chennai gave him a second life.
Recall that I had read an article in Forbes magazine regarding transplants in India, and I went back to research that. Both of them immediately indicated very positively that yes, this could very well happen.
The doctors who treated Lima admitted that his condition was not so good because he has had plenty of treatments in the last 1 year.
The chance, it's pure chance. So this is one of those things which you really can't plan ahead. You can only say if it comes, we'll do it. And then it's all up for grabs. If it happens, it happens.
Nearly 5,000 people die from heart failure every day in India. Tamil Nadu leads in heart transplants in the country, and doctors say it is necessary to spread awareness about the safety and the importance of donating a heart to save a life. In Chennai with Pratiksha, Natasha for NDTV Hindu.
Well, in Uttar Pradesh, the family of a former Maharaja has lost its inheritance. This after the Raja had moved to Pakistan after independence and his property had been declared enemy property. Now, an amendment to the Property Act says such wealth cannot be inherited.
Raja Mahmudabad's inheritance taken over by the government. Royal properties across Uttar Pradesh and Uttaranchal estimated at 30,000 crores.
महामहिम राष्ट्रपति महोदय द्वारा एक अध्यादेश पारित हुआ है जिसके तहत ये प्रॉपर्टी पुनः सब संपत्ति के रूप में निहित मानी गई हैं, उसी के कंप्लायंस में कब्जा लिया गया है.
The properties include the Butler Palace in Lucknow, almost half of the Hazratganj market in the city, and the Metropole Heritage Hotel in Nainital. The Raja had inherited these properties from his father. But in 1965, after his father became a citizen of Pakistan, they were declared enemy property. A long legal battle ensued with the state, and in 2005, the Supreme Court restored the inheritance to him. Now a presidential ordinance has made a change in the Property Act which says any establishment once declared enemy property cannot be inherited. And the Raja, after decades of legal battles, has once again been dispossessed. With Kamal Khan in Lucknow, Anand Zanane for NDTV.
Well, Tamil Nadu is one of the few states which hosts two major hockey tournaments, the MCC Murugappa and the Syed Memorial Hockey Tournament. But these tournaments still struggle to attract major sponsors. Sudarshan brings you this report.
The national game may be still in want of a governing body at the national level, but the game seems to be getting a huge boost here in Tamil Nadu. Just a month after the visual enthraller, the MCC Murugappa tournament, Chennai is all set to host the second edition of the Syed Memorial Hockey Tournament on the 6th of this month at the Radhakrishnan Stadium.
Due to the huge success last year, from the game point of it, the quality of the game, as well as the spectators point of it, and the press coverage we have received last time, it was a tremendous boost for us. So we planned to have a state level tournament.
But the national game still suffers of the same malady, a disturbing deficiency of sponsors. The organizer of the Syed Memorial Hockey Tournament says that they contacted more than 10 major companies but got a positive reply from just one.
I have tried a few corporates, but I would not like to mention the names. So, but they have not come forward to help us, except that Indian Overseas Bank have come forward.
Not enough financial support, but the organizer, with the support of the former players, are determined to make the game popular in the state. With Sudarshan, Bertila, NDTV Hindu.
Well, August 22, that's Madras Day, is when we celebrate the beauty and tradition of our lovely city, and we here on NDTV Hindu bring you tunes and stories surrounding the sights and sounds of our city, which was once Madras. Folk and film songs to rock and reggae is the trend now. Every Tamil hit film now has a Ghana number. So what is the charm of Ghana and how did it find its way into movies? Well, let's find out.
From the urban slums, the tunes have grabbed the attention of some of the most celebrated composers and raised to the top of the charts. Many of Tamil cinema's super hit songs are heavily influenced by Ghana music.
We thought it's faded out. Devasar made it very big. Ghana is one kind of Ghana Tapangutu is very famous in parties. You have a Ghana night, you have a Tapangutu night in all disco centers also, discotheques also. Because it's a freestyle.
Ghana Pata and Dapankutu were born in the narrow bylanes of North Madras. Ghana, or urban folk music, is a creation of the working class. They are tunes with a strong rhythm and a strong social message, fast-paced with their own history.
தாத்தா கிட்ட இந்த பாடலை கற்றுக்கிட்டேன். இந்த பாடலை கற்றுக்கும் போது அப்போல்லாம் வந்து அண்ணன் கூட டப்பாவில் தான் வச்சுக்கிட்டு பாடிக்கிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. கெஜிரு கட்டைன்னு ஒரு தோல் உடும்பு மூலத்தில் அடிப்பாங்க. அப்புறம் பல ஐட்டங்க வச்சு வாசிப்பாங்க. இப்பத்தி காலத்துக்கு வந்து டோலக்கு, தபேலா, கீபோர்டு, கெஜிரு கட்டை, இன்னும் டைமிங், இதை போல் பல வாத்தியம் இருக்குது.
True, the Ghana Pata and Dapangutu as we know it today originated here, but they've travelled far, both literally and metaphorically. While Ghana music is flourishing, generating millions in revenue, the original creators of the music remain stuck in poverty.
படிக்கிறாங்க, படித்து முன்னேறலாம். நான் படிக்கல, 5ஆம் கிளாஸ் படித்தேம்மா. 5ஆம் கிளாஸ் படித்து இப்போ கல்வி படிக்கலைன்ட்டு நான் முடிக்கிறேன். எனக்கு 1000 பாட்டுக்கு மேலே தெரியும். 1000 பாட்டு தெரிஞ்சாலும் போஜனத்துக்கு வழி இல்லை.
As Ghana and Dapankutu are identified with Chennai, hopefully, as it evolves, its creators are also expected to develop with it and get the recognition they deserve. With Sagairaj, Nithila, NDTV Hindu.
Whistle Podu. Well, so ladies and gentlemen, in the run-up to Madras Day, we will bring you special reports of the parts of Chennai. We also have a special segment called Picture Madras, where we select a picture sent in by you, the viewer, that best depicts the city, its culture and color. You could mail your pictures to us at feedback@ndtv-hindu.com. That's all on this show, but before we leave, what would you do if you want to get your wishes granted? Break a coconut on your head? Well, that's what these people bargained for. We leave you with these visuals.